Hey everyone, Chris here for Thomann's Guitars and Basses. I'm standing here with Justin at the Suhr booth. I'm really excited to see tons of new stuff. So, how you doing, man?
Excited. We're excited. Thank you for coming. Very
100%.
cool. Yeah. So yeah, we'll get started. This is our new OSO wall. So the OSO is our short scale. We released it last year, but very limited. There was only 4 different versions of it. So this year we opened up kind of the options, and people have kind of really a smattering of different options. There's some that are mahogany, some that are basswood, some that are alder, some that have tops, some that don't have tops. A couple of them have vintage frets that are very narrow and small and really cool feeling. This guitar initially, we did a short called an Aura that was done almost 10 years now, and it was very limited, 100 models. So this is the same scale. It also shares the same headstock and the same logo. It's kind of a hand-drawn logo that John did. So those are the biggest differences. That really, it's an amazing feeling guitar because it's super compact and you can kind of wield it on stage. It's easy to bend to notes. They're amazing. And you kind of have a flavor for each person here. All right, so this is our artist wall, and we'll kind of go backwards in the alphabet and start with the man, Andy Wood. So Andy is the quintessential do-anything guitar player. He loves cars. He loves, the last model we did was based off of a couple Lamborghinis and Porsche colors. But these are based off like more classic, the Shelby Blue and Candy Apple Red. We call this GT Blue and GT Candy Red. Yeah, they're awesome. They also come in single coil versions. He does about half of his stuff with single coil setup, half of his stuff with this setup. Incredibly versatile guitar, super comfortable playing ellipticals, like the slimmest elliptical we do. It's amazing feeling. Yeah.
Very cool, sort of very pronounced D shape.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, amazing. Ian Thornley, he actually came to NAMM. He's from Canada, so we rarely get him at NAMM show. He came yesterday and played. We also have a new fuzz pedal for Ian that's amazing. It's called the Thornicus. But this is his new guitar, a new pickguard shape for us. We've never done this pickguard shape. It's very like deluxe, inspired.
70s vibe.
Yep, you have the toggle switch here. It's just a cool vibe. He also has a neat pickup kind of wiring thing where in the middle position, instead of it being full humbuckers, it's split. And then when you pull one of these, there you go, you pull that one, it makes it full. So if you want that Les Paul sound, you could get it. But normally he likes that kind of quacky Strat thing. Pete Thorn. So Pete is a longtime artist. He's been a friend of John for years and years. Again, very similar to Andy, a do-anything guitar player. He's played with Melissa Etheridge to Chris Cornell, Zone Records. Right now he's out with Steve Vai and Joe Satriani.
We've seen them actually last year.
Insane, very cool. So he's been with us a long time. Like this photo has one of his newer models, but this is kind of a revamp of his very first signature, an HH model, mahogany. It is the guitar that sounds like what it looks like. It is amazing.
The open humbuckers without the cover, and the finish it's fun.
And they're his signature humbuckers. They're Pete Thorn buckers. They're amazing. It also comes in black, by the way, but someone is using that at a
Hopefully it's still around somewhere.
Yes, it's around. Better be. Tim Steward. This is a brand new artist for us this year. Tim has been in the industry for years and years. He's been the American Idol guitar player for over 20 years. He's played with everyone from Rihanna to Miley Cyrus to Jessica Simpson to Lady Gaga. He is the absolute man and the sweetest guy on earth. So yeah, we did these 2 new models for him. Very rare to see a classic JM with a classic T pickup in the neck. So it's very, very cool, super sleek. He's also in his own band called Damage. That's like a heavy punk band. He's the man. He's awesome. Watch out for him. Yeah. Andre, Brazilian mastermind of finger picking, and he is just awesome. This is we released this 2 years ago, but it just started getting out in the public last year. He just had his first kid, so that's why he's not here. So we congratulate him.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Their priorities are right.
Yes, absolutely. We're gonna make him his child one of the guitars. So first birthday present. But yeah, Andre is the man. Beautiful guitar. The coolest thing about this guitar is the natural back. Swamp ash, no color, super nice. Plain maple neck, it just pops. This was based off an old guitar that he had. We just had to make it into a custom. Beji Madden, another new artist for us. Benji is in the band Good Charlotte. He is probably responsible for more people picking up the guitar than a lot of our other artists. Learning how to write songs, learning how to do power chords. Yeah. That is what this guy is all about. He made these super limited guitars, so we're only doing 100 of each. Wow. And each one's coming with like a certificate of authenticity and like this kind of collectible thing. He's making it a really special kind of experience.
The natural binding on it?
Yeah, no, it's just scraped binding.
Oh, scraped.
Yeah, but it is like a trans white on a quilt top. It's rare that we do that, but it also comes in brown. Both super nice. You also don't see S90s on any of these other guitars. Yeah. So it is a rare thing. These have the silent single coil system as well. So it's cool because it totally gets rid of all the hum, but if the battery goes out, it doesn't stop it from working. It just turns into a normal passive guitar. Yeah, it's awesome. James, another Prague mastermind. He's from Australia, loves Triumph motorcycles. So kind of similar to Andy, but with motorcycles. So this is a russet brown, which is like a classic. Porsche used it as well, but
sounds like a 60s automobile.
Totally. This was built off of one of his very first custom Suhrs that he had made. Vintage yellow, super classic. It's a classic looking modern. It's awesome. The last two down here are quintessential favorites. They're Scott Henderson, the legend, Red Beach. They like what they like. They don't change things up too much. These guitars have remained the same for many years, and Scott just loves it. He's like, man, I like what I like. But they have nickel frets, counter to almost, these three guitars have nickel frets, counter to all of the other artists who have stainless. Yeah. Last up is the limiteds. These limiteds are really, really awesome. They come up, we all get together, the sales guys, the whole team, and we get our ideas together for what are we going to do for limiteds. And this was something we wanted to do for a while, a love letter to the Valley Arts. It's called the Classic S Studio. It has AMGs and the SPC boost. It's your best companion in the studio. Floyds, they're awesome. Godo Floyds. We also have another model that has USA Floyds, but depending on what you like, the Godo Floyds have a really great collar for the bar. Yeah, so, and the finishes are amazing. That bangle burst down there is unbelievably cool.
I have so strong sort of 80s studio legend players vibes here.
Come on.
I get it. I love it.
So this is the Classic T Pine. The first guitars were made out of pine, and we wanted to kind of use it. We used to use a couple other woods that weren't very usual. We used Paulownia. Pine was kind of like a lightweight, super resonant wood, and we wanted to see how it worked. We'd never done it for a limited edition guitar, so we'll see how it goes. We like the pastel kind of looks, but we could all choose. We only agreed on two: the sage green and the stone gray. Yeah.
The weight speaks for itself.
They're light and resonant. Roasted maple, super simple, single ply guard, but you still have all the modern appointments, stainless frets, locking tuners. So this is our last limited edition. The cool thing about this one is it comes in different configurations than what you see here. So these are all the colors, but they come in either the Suhr 2-post bridge or the USA Floyd bridge. So it really depends on what your flavor is. We just recently came out with the Suhr 2-post bridge. John is kind of like the build a better mousetrap kind of guy. So we used Godo 510s for years. It's a great bridge. John kind of tweaked a couple key geometry parts about it. Stays in tune incredibly, plays incredibly. It's a crowning achievement, and it's on almost all of our guitars. So you can either get it with that or the US Floyd. Kind of a Jason Becker vibe with this one, you know? Yeah.
So limited edition means a certain number or a certain time frame?
Generally, it means a certain time frame, but that really does constrain the number. You know, because a lot of people don't order a lot, so they'll order a couple will go to this dealer, a couple go to that dealer. So they really are a pretty limited edition. And when we stop doing them, we don't do them anymore. So they are special, and we're always really proud of them because it's like the whole team that comes up with them. So yeah, so it really is a cool thing. You see all of our personalities in this stuff. It's rad, yeah, it's rad. As far as electronics, this is kind of our electronics table. You can try these at the demo stations, but this is kind of the display. Ian Thornley, we've been working on a fuzz pedal for Ian Thornley for many years. If you know anything about Ian, you hear how dirty and how grimy his guitar tones can be. He loves fuzz. He's a fuzz addict. So he wanted to work with Kevin, bring everything, every part of every fuzz he wanted and put it in one. So this is kind of what it is. It's a dual channel fuzz and octave. You have independent controls for each channel. So if you want to like lean out one or make one really toppy, you totally can. Turn the sustain up on one, turn it down where it's barely working on the other. It's really cool.
I guess mini plugs. That's not usual.
Not usual. Kevin is all about bringing analog classic effects into the modern era, and simple MIDI control is really useful, especially if you have that type of rig. So he added that into there. Yep. Yeah. The Brighton, it's a treble booster, built off kind of like the Range Master kind of idea. It is incredibly useful. It makes a lot. We plugged it into the second channel of the SL15, very kind of low-endy and whatever. You turn this on, you cut right through the mix. It also adds this dynamic feel to your playing that's very cool.
It's so weird, like treble booster, of course it boosts the treble, but it's about the mid-range.
100%.
That's it's so cool about it. So many people don't know it because they never tried one.
100%. And the name would almost scare you off. I don't need more treble. I have more treble. And you also have a body control and a bias control as well as a smooth switch. So you can kind of add low end back in. This thing's amazing. Peter Frampton. John has been friends with Peter Frampton for years. He built a guitar for Peter back in the 80s. He used it through the whole David Bowie era. So Peter wanted an amp a couple years ago when he started touring again. John modded an amp for him, and Peter started using it over all of his old Marshalls. So he asked for another one, and we're like, you know what? Why don't we just make it an amp? So it's built off of the platform of the PT100, Peter Thorn's amp, but John modded it, kind of made it top end a bit sweeter. It matches Peter's voice, and it sounds amazing. It is incredible, yeah.
So it's 2 channels, but the second is also a third one, right?
Yeah. They share an EQ, but they have different gain stages, so you can kind of set them however you want. Yeah. So yeah, that's the new electronics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Justin, thanks so much for walking us through. It's a big booth, it's a proud booth, and it's a lot to check out. You guys take it easy, of course. See that in the comments. You'll find links to all these products as soon as we have them in stock. Take care. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, man.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.